Hey guys, today we're going to be doing some driveway maintenance. So I got a new implement showing up this afternoon. I've had a load of rock delivered so that we can fill in the potholes and everything. And I had it dumped right here because this is like a swampy area and it needs some gravel right there, right in front of where our dumpster is. But the thing is, the trash guys are actually showing up today. So here in about an hour, they're probably here to dump this. So I needed to move the dumpster, make sure the trash guys could get to it and get it dumped. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab the bucket and we're going to start getting some of this gravel, filling in some of the puddles. We've got some corners that need widened that we need to put some gravel down. And then this afternoon, FedEx should be dropping off a land plane. Got a new implement for the tractor. A land plane is similar to a box blade, but it's got double blades. And it's really supposed to flatten everything out and level everything really well. So I'm hoping we'll get this driveway straightened up. The driveway is wider than it looks. So from about this last 2 feet over here to the side is all grown in with grass and weeds, but that's actually gravel. This is actually at least 15, 16 feet wide of gravel. And I need to really dress up the sides just to get rid of the weeds and everything on the sides. So hopefully at the end of the day today, or maybe tomorrow, we'll get this all regraded with a land plane and have the driveway looking pretty nice. So at the end of our driveway, it circles around here by the house, and obviously we didn't make this corner wide enough because we drive off into the grass and we've made this pothole. So we're gonna go ahead, we're probably gonna add gravel from back here, fill this in and gravel out to there. So we'll probably, that's deeper than what you think it is. From right here to down there is probably about a foot change in elevation. So that is kind of a drop off. Hard to tell on camera, but we're gonna probably take at least 3 buckets or so to get this area filled in right here. All right, I just got done filling in this corner of the driveway here, and FedEx just called me and they're going to be here in 20 minutes. So I need to go ahead, I need to put the pallet forks back on the tractor because we'll have to unload the land plane out of the back of the semi truck. Just started raining a few minutes ago, so it's just like sprinkling. Hopefully that's all it does today, but at least I can sit here and wait on the semi truck inside a cab. That's pretty nice. While we're waiting, the dogs seem to think they've found something. They're digging holes. Got one there, got one here and here. I really don't know what you guys think you're finding. All right, so this is a 6-foot land plane from Titan Attachments. I ordered this, paid for this out of my own money, and it looks pretty good. They packaged this. Check this out. They have packaged this thing inside of a metal frame. They put like angle iron completely all the way around this to protect it, and it looks like it's a good thing, because this bottom one has been, it looks like it's been hit or dented. I just can't imagine that was on purpose. But I've never had anything ship. I've seen them in crates, wooden crates and stuff like that, but I've never had an implement shipped inside of an angle iron frame like this. That is just crazy. So just my luck, the time I need to get this undone, it's raining again. So looks like we'll just have to grab an impact, see if we can start getting the frame off of this thing, get it unpacked. So I wanted one of these for quite a while, and they didn't have the ones with the rippers in stock. And finally they sent me an email and said, hey, they're back in stock. So I ended up ordering one that had the rippers. I really wanted that capability. So my dad has a box blade. He's got a 5-foot box blade, so I bought the 6-foot land plane, and I try not to buy the same implements that my dad has, and then that way we can share implements. So really looking forward to getting to try this out on the driveway. Let's see if we can get this uncrated. All right, second thought, since it's starting to rain, I'm gonna pick it back up. We're gonna put it in the, we're gonna put it inside pole barn and uncrate it. That'll be a lot better. Come on, inside, get a rain, come on, come on. All right, where the top link goes in, on this side it's 1 7/8. On this side it's 2 inches. It's pivoted together here at the front. There it's 2 1/8 here at the bottom. And once again down here at the bottom it's 2 inches. So this top link attachment is pinched together at the top, and then it's pinched together at the front. And I can't get the top link in there. Well, I guess what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can pry this apart or hit it with a hammer and see if I can get that to go. I just need it to move 1/8 of an inch until I get that in there. I'm just going to take a pry bar to it. Try this first. Definitely has a little bit of flex. Whether it's going to stay wide or not. Nope. that moved. Oops, I dropped something. Oh, I dropped a pen. Well, that definitely opened up. Oh yeah, fits in there now. Definitely opened that up big enough. All right, but it'll work. So while I got it on the concrete, I'm going to go ahead and just level this up. I need to bring the front, I need to bring it down, and then this side over here needs to go down. All right, well, looks good. So it's the next day now, and off camera I've gone ahead, I've taken this gravel pile and I've moved it down the driveway in spots that needed gravel added. And then I've spread it out here, just, it's not real good. I just kind of spread it out a little bit for this area where the dumpster is actually going to end up sitting. It's nice to have the gravel for the garbage truck to come in here and pick up the trash. So the land plane. So I've moved all the gravel. I haven't used this land plane yet. So when I was looking at this, when we set it up, let's pan down here. The blades, you can see the blades, they actually stick down about 3/4 of an inch, somewhere in there. 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch farther than the skids on the side. And if you want to adjust that, what you got to do on this one is you take these bolts out, and this is like a wear plate right here. You put spacers in between those, and you can move that skid plate down and adjust, you know, how much your blades are digging in. So I don't have the rippers engaged right now. I just want to see how it does with just the main blades down here. So on this Titan attachment land plane, both of the blades here, both of them angle backwards to the left side. So they're both going to take gravel off of the driveway, and it's going to slide it that way and fill in any holes, any extra overflows back onto the driveway. So to show you again, the gravel of this driveway actually goes all the way out to here. You can kind of see a line. That's where the actual driveway is, and it's overgrown with weeds and stuff that have grown in. So hopefully after we go through this a few times, that'll be all cleaned up. My feelings is that the crown of the driveway will be higher, and we're going to be taking gravel to more of the edge of the driveway. So probably I'm going to actually drive. I'm going to start driving on the left side of the driveway as I go down and then come back this direction, hoping that it'll take the gravel out and fill in the sides. At least that's the first way I'm going to try it, and we'll see how it does. So I'll probably, since the driveway is like 16 feet wide, 15 to 16 feet wide, I'll probably do 2 passes in the middle, and then I'll come back and I'll do a pass right on the edge of each side, and we'll see how it looks. All right, I've done my initial 4 passes. So I did 2 overlapping the crown of the driveway and then 2 right along the edge. You can see the driveway does look wider now. You can see the true width of the driveway. Of course, on this side, it looks a little dirty because you still got the weeds coming up through. You got some dirt and stuff that's kind of gotten mixed up in there. And it's not going as smooth as I thought it would right now. Part of this has to do with my driveway. So when I put this down, there's oversized rock, and then I put the road pack, the smaller rock, on top. I didn't probably put enough of it on there. So as I'm doing this, even without the rippers, I'm not even like digging down in there very deep, I am kicking up oversized rocks. And so there's a bunch of oversized rocks that's getting kicked up, and that's not really ideal. This probably actually needs dressed up with a little bit more road pack gravel on top of there. So not real happy that we got all these oversized rocks kicking up, but hopefully we can get those packed down in there once you drive over it a bunch, and you aren't going to really notice. So it ended up raining all night since yesterday. It rained all night, stopped at like 9 o'clock, 8:30 this morning. And of course this is all just wet and gummy. So it's just not flowing through here like I want. I think if everything was dry, I think that you would see this really flowing over those blades a lot better. But the way it is today with being wet and soggy, I don't think it's the best day to do this. Why I'm doing this is I want to get this whole driveway done before it freezes. Okay, I want to do this before it gets real cold and it's frozen. So I was hoping to take advantage of this milder weather. So I'm turned back around and I'm going to do it another 4 passes. I'm going to go over it just like we just did, and hopefully it'll dress up a little bit nicer the second time around. But let me do this 4 more times, 4 more passes here, and we'll see how it looks. All right, we just got done doing 4 more passes, 2 on the crown and then 2 on the sides, and it looks way better this time. All the roots and weeds and stuff that was on the side, they've been covered up and incorporated in, and it's dressed up a lot better the second time around. So pretty happy with the way this is looking. I know it's a wet day, so it doesn't look perfect, but it's nice and wide, and you can't really see the weeds anymore on the side, so it looks a lot better to me. Happy with the results. So the next thing we're going to do is, this is where the gravel pile was. So it's been kind of knocked down, but this is no way level. It's got some tractor tracks in it. We still got some mud puddles off to the side. So I want to see if we can get this somewhat level here for our dumpster to sit on, and make it a lot easier for those guys to pick that dumpster up every couple weeks. All right, so flattening this area out just a little bit different. Every time you do, you drive through there, you got to dump it. So you kind of load that up with gravel, and then you get to the end, you have to lift it up. You leave a pile at that end, and you about have to work that pile back this way. So it's a little bit of back and forth, a little bit different operation. You're always going to end up leaving a pile somewhere where you lift that up the last time. So then I just ended up using the bucket to help straighten out that side where I ended up stopping using the land plane. So overall, I think it turned out okay. We got a nice gravel area here. We can put our dumpster on there, make that a little bit nicer. And then the driveway itself, pretty happy with the way the driveway itself turned out. You can see it, everything is loose right now. It's kind of loosened up, and that'll pack down with the vehicles as we drive over it. So this thing is massive. It really is. It seems like it's huge. So I'm not really sure how much this thing weighs. We definitely got her dirty today, didn't we? I think we broke it in. And I thought it did fairly well, considering I didn't put the rippers in. It seemed to break the crown off the driveway and get it, you know, get everything leveled out. So several times while I was moving cameras, I would stop the tractor, move a camera, and then get back in and just put it right back in drive and go. And I would leave the land plane down. It was full of gravel. I mean, more full than I think it normally would have been, since it was wet. It was just kind of clumping up in here. But I mean, I would just put it back in drive and it would just take off with that land plane just full of gravel. No problems whatsoever. So this is a 67 horsepower tractor. Not really sure how much you have to be able to do this 6 foot wide one, but definitely this tractor is plenty big enough for it. I think you could do that. I would guess you could probably do this one with, like, you know, closer to 40 horse, 35, 40 horse probably. So it pulled fairly easy. I was surprised at how much this thing, I mean, you can see the sides over here and how dirty they are. This thing really piled up fuller than it should have been, just because everything was so wet, and it was just a huge pile of gravel in here. And yeah, it still pulled it no problem. It just didn't flow through here like it should, being wet. But yeah, really happy, I think, to get this. I really wanted something to maintain the driveway, and with my dad having a box blade, I really wanted to get the land plane. I think this will work out great for the driveway. It may work out great for some other areas when we regrade and add dirt around the south side of our pole barn. This may come in handy as well, to be able to go over that and level it out. So it may work okay in dirt as well. But I know these work great in gravel. I've seen other people have them. So yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with my purchase. I think it's going to last a long time. It seems built very well. No problems with it, except, you know, the top link, we had to widen that out a little bit. But everything on it seems very beefy. And these blades are actually, they're like a two-way blade. They're sharp on both sides. So if you wear one side down, you can unbolt it and you can flip that grater blade over and then use the other side. So I think most of them that you buy are that way. They're two-sided, so that makes it last twice as long before you ever have to replace that. But I think with our driveway is about a 1/4 mile long, to get from the front up here by our mailbox all the way back to our house, including the circle driveway. It's about a 1/4 mile long. And I think this is needed to be done for a while. This probably needs to be done by at least twice a year. So now I can at least do it. This driveway here, this front driveway, was put down in 2016. So it's been here 5 years without ever doing anything to it. So this is the first time of really going over it and really trying to regrade the driveway. So I think it did a great job. And I think that's going to be it for today's video, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.